Hello from Tokyo. We are in our last day in Japan, getting ready to board a plane to go to Hong Kong. And since we are packing up for the plane, I thought I would go ahead and show you what I brought on this trip for entertainment and what my kids have been using. So if you're new here, about 6 weeks ago, I took my 4 kiddos to Korea, and we are on a kind of summer adventure here. We did a few weeks in Korea, we did a few weeks here in Japan, and now we're headed over towards the China region. So yeah, here is what we have brought and what has kept my kids entertained and playing with on the 15-hour plane ride over here, and as well in the Airbnbs and apartments and hotels and stuff as we've been on this journey. So first off, we have this little bag, and in it is my peel and stick little hand tactile things. You put these little wiggly lines and you kind of press them into the thing. This has been really good, more for our plane rides, train rides. They don't necessarily play with this at the apartments and stuff, but it's been good for on-the-go journeys. And it has lots of little thingies here and 2 different things, so 2 kids can play at once. That has been key with 4 kids, making sure people don't get jealous. We also brought this double-sided magnetic puzzle. This is, I thought it was Melissa and Doug, but it's not. It's Steve and Joseph. And so it has this little puzzle here, and they're magnetic, and it has 2 sides, so you can do the puzzle. My 5-year-old currently really, really likes this. I will try to link everything that I can in the description below. We also brought this bag, and it is full of kind of our more artsy stuff. So we have clickable markers so that we don't lose taps. We have twistable crayons, kind of same thing, just so they don't break. And then I also have this little glue tape here. The kids have really liked, you'll see in a minute, I have Post-it notes, and so they have been kind of gluing Post-it notes and papers together. They had a notebook with pages and they were making things, so having a glue tape rather than a glue stick that they can kind of do crafty things with has been nice. And then finally in here I have a little stencil so that they can draw and make shapes and that sort of thing. So that is what's in this bag here. We also brought this dot art thing here, and it's almost gone. The kids have really liked doing these types of things. So it has all the dot stickers here with the little boards, and you just place the dots on the stickers. So rather than a marker, it's sticker based, much easier for on the go. And these I'm about to throw away because they have used them, but these are little sticker sheets. And rather than a book, it just came in sheets, so the kids have been able to do lots of little sticker games here. They are all used, I just went through them. And this is the remnant of a window clings, like, you know, from the Dollar Tree. Each holiday they have like little window things you could put on. My kids like doing those on the airplane windows, so this is all that's left at this point. I'm gonna throw it away, and we are officially out of them, but that did keep them entertained for a bit on the plane. We had paper and a little notebook at one point, that's gone too. We have a new notebook now that we purchased, and then my husband brought one as well, so he has that in his bag. Let's see, this little pack here has my kind of like, this is my Gerard bag almost, my 18-month-old. And I can pull this out really quickly for him on the plane. The other kids play with this stuff too, but it's just like my easy, I know I can grab something for Gerard in here. So behind I have this little pad of Post-it notes, and he really liked this on the plane. He just pulled a couple at a time. He would stick them on the seat in front of us or on the tray. He would tear the paper. You know, this has been pretty good. 1-year-olds really love Post-it notes. And like I said, my 3-year-old, my 5-year-old, they have liked gluing and making crafts out of this stuff. So these have been really good. We also have these scratch arts. These ones are bugs specifically, but you know, where you have like the little wooden stick that you scrape it off with, and or you can use a coin or whatever. A little bit messy for the airplane. They have done it on the airplane, but then we have to kind of clean it up. But really good for like when we're in the hotels and stuff. They like that. And then finally this little maze. This one I will say hasn't been played with all that much. I think every kid has done the maze of it and tried to push the balls, but more I use it with Gerard just for like his practice of pushing the beads that are in here, and more like when we're on the plane is when I used this. I would say this could be skipped if you were, you know, looking at toys. This probably isn't a must-have type thing, but it has been played with, it has been used, and it's been good for my 1-year-old. In here I have, like, I don't know exactly what they're called, but I'll link them. They're like the little connector things. They're like, look like this, and you interconnect them. You can build little structures. So I have kind of a whole pocket of those I brought. And then in here I have a spinner fidget, but it also has the pops, which is what I wanted for my 1-year-old. He is really into that right now, so we do this a lot. I also brought wiki sticks, which are like all bundled up right now, but the kids like to play with these. They build little things with them, and I don't really know, they manipulate them, move them, but little wiki sticks. These are not the #1 most used toys, but they have used them. So I personally wouldn't get a huge pack of these, and they kind of get gross. So there's a little tube that comes with them to try to keep them nicer, but when you're traveling, like, I didn't have space for the tube, so I had to kind of keep them like this. I had them in a plastic at one point, but the kids have long lost that, so they're kind of getting gross. May throw them away soon, but they were definitely used. Next up, this for my 1-year-old. He just loves like pulling, pushing the button. My other kids really like measuring too, playing doctor, like good independent, like imaginative play here. But this has been really good for my 1-year-old on the plane and stuff, and the trains. This is just like one of those little cheapo games that I wouldn't normally buy, but again, my 1-year-old really likes to like push things right now. And then my oldest daughter, she has been kind of the one more into really actually trying to play the game and get the loops in the thing. So again, probably one you could skip, but it has worked well for us. This also was brought for my 1-year-old. It's a little wallet, and in it is apparently nothing right now, but I will put like a wiki stick or a post-it note or a credit card or a random piece of like paper that we've collected, and I kind of put them in these little pockets, and I let him just play with the wallet. I let him do the zippers. I let him put things in the pouches. I let him, you know, just do the Velcro, try to fold it up, that sort of thing. Love, 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 love this, and love wallet play for 1-year-olds. Such a good time entertainment type situation. All right, next up is these little squigs, I think they're called. And these we use on the plane a lot, on the windows, on the tray. He'll put them together like this, pop, pop, pop. Again, mostly my 1-year-old here that I'm trying to keep entertained, or that's my responsibility. The 3, I guess she's 4 now, 4, 5, and 8-year-old, they kind of are pretty good at entertaining themselves. I specifically have to entertain the 18-month-old, so that's why I talk most about him, because that's like, you know, my duty, my job. We also brought a couple of big beads here, just a couple in a string for him to string. That's been really fun for him to try to do as well. And then we did bring these magnetic blocks. To be honest, I thought these were going to be a hit. He likes to build. These have hardly been played with by anyone. So I have a whole set of these. We only brought a couple on the trip with us. And you know, you can build shapes out of them. I thought the kids would like these, but they've been barely used. If at some point we get rid of some toys, I might get rid of these, because like I said, I have like the other half of these at home, but at the same time I don't want to get rid of them because then the whole set's missing, you know what I mean? It's a hard thing to do, but these honestly have not been that used so far, at least. Maybe that'll change over the next couple weeks, but thought it would be great. They do make noise, so they're a little harder to play with on the plane, because you know, when people are sleeping and there's blocks falling and being stacked, it's a little loud. So I like the idea of them in general, just may not, you know, be the greatest for travel. I thought because they're magnetic, they would be better for travel because your block towers wouldn't fall over, but yeah. Anyways, next up we have this little bucket. This is more like the older kids bucket for them. First off, we have Polly Pocket's little mini dollhouse. This was played with a lot on the airplane. Between the kids, it unfolds. It has like her little house here. We have a slide that comes out that you can build and little Polly Pockets. It was played with a lot on the airplane. Actually, even Gerard played with it on the airplane. Since the airplane, it's not been touched like once. So I don't know, we have a plane ride today. Maybe it'll come back out, but I'm hesitant to get rid of it because we have another 15-hour leg back home where that's where it was played with a lot. But at the same time, it hasn't been touched since, so we'll see. As the kids want to pick up souvenirs in places, we only have like our same bags we brought. So if we're adding things to it, we have to get rid of some things. And that's why I say, you know, we have to get rid of some stuff. But anyway, next up, magnet tiles on the go. These are mini micro tiles. And I actually have 2 of these. So I have extra in here, this 26-piece set. And I have, I don't know, probably 35 in here because I took some from my other set to make this one a full set. I think we've lost some along the way, but these have been played with a lot by everyone. I also brought a little mini sandbox here, and Rosemary, my 4-year-old, has really enjoyed playing with this. It has sand and little sand toys in a little sandbox, so she's able to keep it pretty nice and neat. I don't use this on the airplane. This is like pretty much for inside hotel room play because if she spills it on an airplane, we're kind of stuck. We also have a Rubik's Cube. My 8-year-old has been learning to do this. Gerard, the 1.5-year-old, really likes to just manipulate it, and then the other kids like to just fidget with it too. And I've been kind of solving it. I could solve this when I was a kid. I've forgotten the algorithms now, but I've been slowly remembering. It's been kind of fun. I also brought this, which I actually am going to leave here and not bring it with us. It is used a lot. However, a couple days ago, the pen for it got lost and we no longer can draw on it. If you can't draw on it, you can't bring it, so we're gonna leave it here. But it was used and I would recommend bringing it. We also have this light bright here. This has been, again, one of the most used by everyone. It has a create mode where you can just, you know, make whatever pictures you want. You push them, it lights up. It also has a game mode where you can play tic-tac-toe with it. So everybody has pretty much liked this. It has been a hit. Gerard loves it, Isabella, everybody just loves it. I also brought car tape, which we set up a little city in one of our hotel's room. It was really fun. We haven't played with it all that much because we did bring a car as well, and it was lost before we even made it abroad. It was lost going from Ohio to California. So we haven't had a car to play with it, but we made a little city that the kids were able to like walk with, and they actually used these things as cars. So it was really fun, and I do like the application, but because we don't have cars, we haven't been using it as much. So that's that. I also brought this little magnetic game. It has like a little rope, and then you can play magnets. This strictly really is for my older kids because small little magnets can be dangerous for babies, so be careful about that. I actually, although it's been used and the kids have liked it, I wouldn't recommend this for travel because it's heavy. The x-ray machines at the airport can't quite tell what it is, and the magnets can go in weird shapes. Like the very first flight we did, it like was in an L shape, which they couldn't tell what it was and thought maybe it was a gun or something. So I actually wouldn't recommend it for travel, even though we've been used, but I don't know, as a fun stocking stuff or something, could be a good idea. This little rope actually is like a cat's cradle thing. So my 8-year-old has liked being able to do this type of, you know, little stuff with it. So that's what that rope is for. It's for the cat's cradle plus this little game. And that is it for what I brought. We've lost a couple things. We had a bouncy ball, not a small one, but like a medium-sized one. That also was lost pretty early. Not surprising, it's bouncy ball, but Gerard loves balls, so I did bring it. Dan has since brought a couple things. We have a bigger ball. I don't know where it went at this moment now, but we have a little bit of a bigger ball now, and we have picked up some little toys. This some little guy gave it to us on the beach. A couple of people were just like doing a little giveaway at the end of their driveway at one of our places, gave us those things. This came from some, you know, we have just like these little figurines. This someone at the playground gave my girls. So we have a couple of things that we've added that the kids have been playing with a lot too. Just found this when packing the bag too. We also got this shape game here. I put it in a little pouch rather than the thing that it came in, just so it was a little bit sleeker to travel with, but kids have enjoyed building with these. They make a lot of different animals and guys. And that's it. That is what I brought my kids to keep them entertained on a 15-hour plane ride, to keep them entertained while we're here. It's a lot of toys, but I have 4 kids and we are here for 3 months. So we need the entertainment. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I will again try to link what I can, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.